Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by. I'm here with what will be my final video for One Book July 2018. I actually had a very good One Book July of 2018. I pretty much stayed in these two notebooks, or at least this notebook and this size. I said mine was going to be a 2-book July because of what I'm doing in here and how I'm using this. But you'll see I have a stack of things here, and that's what's to come for future months. So let me slide those away so you're not tempted by what you see. So these were the two notebooks that I used for One Book July. So let's start with this one because this one was with me all the time. This is, I switched into my Camel. This is a traveler's notebook. This is the second version of the Camel Traveler's Notebook that they made. I was in my brown and I wanted to go into my Camel, so all I did was change the cover. And I like it because I've used it so much that it looks very loved, and it's just such a great leather and a great notebook. So let's open up. So I always have had my Kermit. I think I'm going to laminate him because he was just printed on paper. He was a digital download from Etsy. Printed him on paper, and I think I'm going to laminate him. So one thing that I did change is this is my, and I took some of the stickers off, my Peaky Dory design, month on 2 pages. This is the September of 2017 through December. So it only goes through December of this year. So we've recently released our new calendars, our August 2018 through December of 2019. So since August is just a couple of days away, I decided to put my new calendar in so I could have it for the entire school year and summer, and then probably about this time next year we will release the next edition. So here's my folder. The folder stayed the same, and I actually don't have any cash because I gave the rest of what I had to the husband today. So I still have it in here because it creates little pockets, so you have extra storage space. This is still the same. It is my, God, that was such an old photo from when I started teaching it to you. My leather zipper pouch and my bullet journal. I was messing around with a new stencil last night. That's the Chronodex. That's a stencil that I have from him. So this actually works really well, having a bullet journal this size. I've kept track of all of the videos that I've made this month. This one I have to edit. This one I'm doing right now. This was changed to something else. So, you know, it was a fun visual way to see the videos I made this month. But then just kept track of my daily to-dos. So that's all that's in here. And, you know, that's probably not going to change. It's going to stay the same. And this right here is the Foxy Fix A5 notebook that I started using this summer. I had a journal in it, and then this is the newest insert that I'm in, that I'm just using for journaling, for some swatching, taped in some notes, some washi and stickers, and what else? Oh, I did some Smurfs. So that's, you know, stayed the same. But one thing that I did is it did have a monthly calendar in it, and it did have my Peaky Dory design notes. So what I decided to do was to make a watercolor insert. And I was just testing some watercolors. So I have a watercolor insert that I can play with, and then this is just a sketch paper And these are very old. And I decided I wanted to use this up. It's from last summer, except I put like some of the Jane Davenport water pastels, aqua pastels, and the power pastels. So just a little fun insert. So what I decided to do is, right now I have in my Sojourner A5 Traveler, because it has the pocket, Traveler's notebook. I have a dashboard in here from Green Tea Design Co. on Etsy. And let me get my Earl Grey out of the way. One thing that's very interesting about this is it has the pocket, so you can, you know, put something in there, but then it also has, you know, a pocket here, and this is the size of the pocket. So it tells you, you know, the size that you need. And I'm not sure, does the back? Yeah, and the back has a pocket too. So you have a pocket in the back, you have a pocket in the front, and then you have a pocket in this little flap. So I moved my A5, that's August. I moved my A5 monthly calendar into here. I'm not sure how I feel about dashboards. The ones that you get from like Chic Sparrow, Foxy Fix, and 1407 planners, those are like, they're like a vinyl, and they're very thick. And as you can see, I like to have my traveler's notebooks a little bit on the thinner side. The only reason this one's so chunky is due to the watercolor paper insert is very thick. So I'm not sure what I think about them. Then you'll see I have some different size inserts in here. This is a grid insert, and this is one I got a long time ago from Mylk Shoppe. It is Tomoe River paper, and I was just keeping track of a couple of orders that I had that have actually all shipped. We kind of did a very soft open of the shop. I opened it and didn't really publicize it to just kind of see what would happen. And we've gotten some orders in for our new calendars to slowly get things rolling. So I decided to use that. This is an A5 insert dot grid from us at Peaky Dory Design that I made a while ago to keep track of thoughts and ideas. And then here's like another one that I made, and they're in the A5 size. But one of the reasons for this is I've been thinking of moving into my Traveler's, not sure if you can see, Traveler's notebook in the olive. And I've been thinking of using this to keep track of everything Peaky Dory Design. I've got the original notebook that came with it. I haven't done anything with that. I have my Ferroof, you can see the gold there, my Ferroof pouch. So I'm thinking of using this as the one to keep track of all of the stuff that I have in here, because before last summer, doing everything in an A5, I did everything Peaky Dory Design in the standard notebook. And one of the reasons why is these two really are my favorite size for planning, for my personal, for on the go. Now I do love the A5 size. Last summer for One Book July, I discovered that I love the A5 size for like this type of, I guess, art journaling. This is my take on a little thing that James did. But I think it's a wonderful size for art, for, you know, you have much more space, or at least I feel I have more space to do this. I wouldn't have been able to do this on a standard traveler's notebook because that would have been here. So I would have had to really work on my fine detail, which I don't have yet. So so that's kind of what I'm thinking for next year, or for starting this fall. This will be my journal, my art journal. And I'm thinking this will be my Peaky Dory Design notebook, the beautiful olive. This will be my wallet. And then the last notebook I have, my camel, will be the one that I use to keep track of my students. Because I have to keep track of lessons, homework assignments, you know, do they show up? My private students, did they pay? I have to have a calendar in that. I need to have a separate notebook for keeping track of all of that stuff, and I thought a dot grid would be perfect for that. So that's going to be my setup for the fall, I think. Everything teaching, my personal wallet and calendar, Peaky Dory Designs, and my art journal. So that's where we're headed. We're going from one book July, where I used 2, to using 4, and really I think a need for needing 4. So that way, you know, I don't need in my notebook Peaky Dory Designs all the time. So, you know, that can stay at home. When I'm teaching, I don't have time to worry about that. So it'll stay there. My art journal, one thing that's nice is, you know, they're inserts. So if I don't want to carry the whole thing, I can pull the insert out. But on the days that I have to teach and have that, these will be the 2 guys that come with me. So I think I've got my system kind of worked out. And of course, I will have this beautiful bag with me. Oh no, it's already getting dirty. Okay, so if you have any questions, please leave them down below, and, you know, let me know how your One Book July went if you did it. You know, what did you learn about your planning system that you didn't know, or that you were glad you knew, and, you know, you held firm to your convictions and really like what you're doing. So there, we'll leave One Book July 2018 there at that. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. The puppy's at my feet.